Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is Lance Hoyt. I am the American Psycho, and today we're going to have a little bit of crazy talk. And what we're going to be talking about today is WrestleCircus, happening on March 17th. It's part of the South by Southwest Music and Film Festival that happens in Austin, Texas. It's become internationally known as something where a lot of bands and movies and shorts that come from all over the world come to be seen. And this week they're going to have professional wrestling, some of the best in the country right now. WrestleCircus, I think, can rival just about any company in America, even the world, you might say. We have top talent, including the ringmaster champion, that is the heavyweight champion, the Machine, Brian Cage. We're also going to have the Broken One, Matt Hardy, John Morrison, aka Johnny Mundo from Lucha Underground, the Colt Cabana, excuse me, Colt, I screwed up your name there, but it's okay. Anyway, we're going to talk about several matches. I'm going to talk about a couple of those today, and I'll do one of these about every other day or so leading up to the event again on March 17th in Austin, Texas. And if you're around, come check it out. First, we're going to talk about the Texas Rising Stars match. It includes a couple guys that I know very well, Barrett Brown versus Terrell Tempo. Terrell Tempo is making his second appearance at WrestleCircus. He was very successful in his first one. He's a kid who's really started to come up and come into his own in Texas. He's done a lot with reality wrestling out of Houston with Booker T. He does a lot of stuff in San Antonio, now Austin. He's starting to travel all around the state, and I'm sure it'll be around the country before too long. He's put me to the test a few times at Inspire Pro Wrestling, which also occurs in Austin, Texas. He's a kid that I have a lot of respect for. He seems to know his place in the business. He's learning every time he steps in the ring. He's growing every time he steps in the ring. Every time I see him, he gets better and better and better. And he's one of those kids that I think is going to be a big star in the professional wrestling business if he stays on the track he's at. His opponent, Barrett Brown, is another kid that I know very well. I've stepped in the ring with him several times in a lot of different promotions. I've seen him all over Texas. I've seen him in Louisiana. I've seen him in different states and different places, and he seems to be in high demand, and he continues to be in more high demand. And this is actually his debut for WrestleCircus. He's wrestled under gimmick names such as Americos, which you may have seen on WWE television when, unfortunately, Braun Strowman killed him. But he's definitely somebody who's stepped his game up every single time. From when I saw him when he was just a kid with a lot of potential, he had a great family, still does, who supports him immensely. He's got friends around the business and just in general that support him very well. And he's somebody who's taken a lot of advice and he's put it to the test. He's somebody that everyone said, kid, you've got a lot of potential. You're doing a lot of the right things. You need to try to do this. You need to try to do that. He found what worked for him, and he's making it work for everyone. He's changed his body on a physical level that is absolutely necessary in this business, and I don't think a lot of people do enough of that. And he's one of those kids who's absolutely done that. So he's somebody who's going to be a star, whether you want him to be or not. And in this match, I think what you're going to find are two guys who are very, very eager to impress the WrestleCircus fan base. And WrestleCircus has a very strong and very opinionated fan base, and they'll let you know if you're doing good or if you suck very quickly. And I don't think either one of these kids suck. They're going to step in the ring, they're going to show you some high-flying action, some hard-hitting action, and they're going to make you go, I want to see more of those. I want to see more of their matches and more of what they do and who they are. The next match I'm going to talk about is actually very near and dear to my heart. It includes my tag team partner, the Davey Boy Smith Jr., the British Bulldog himself, KES member, as you can see the towel that's right up there behind me. Killer Elite Squad. We were very successful in our first time working at WrestleCircus. We've been very successful around the world, being IWGP Tag Champs, NOAH AHC Tag Champs, NWA Tag Champs. And if we'd have been involved in the WrestleCircus Tag Team Battle Royal, we would have been WrestleCircus Tag Team Champions. But unfortunately, I am on the shelf for 5 to 6 months. I had to have back surgery last time I was in Japan. So he had a guy step in that is his opponent this time at the last show, in the Texas Lion, Houston Carson. Houston stepped in to be his tag partner to try to win tag team gold at WrestleCircus. But unfortunately, from my understanding, and I kind of like it, they got in a little bit of an argument inside the ring during the match. And unfortunately, it caused them both to be eliminated at the same time, which they just continued to bicker and to fight, and they took it all the way to the backstage area. And now we're going to get to see them go one-on-one at WrestleCircus on March 17th. Personally, I think this is going to be a very hard-hitting match. It's not going to be a lot of high-flying. It's not going to be a lot of razzle-dazzle. It's not going to be a lot of you know, you do, I do, you do, I do, you do, I do, boom, it's just going to be punch you in the mouth, kick you in the teeth, and everybody's going to go, damn, that hurt. Davey Boy Smith, sorry about the little pause there. Davey Boy Smith's one of those guys that legitimately could twist you into a pretzel and make you eat yourself and make you say thank you for letting him do it. Houston Carson's a guy that I've, again, stepped in the ring with many times, been punched in the face, kicked in the teeth, gutted many times by this guy. The Texas Lion, he is certainly intense. He's certainly somebody who in Texas, and now he's starting to go everywhere around the country, is starting to get to know. One of those guys that's just waiting for somebody to give him that chance, just waiting for that contract to come so the rest of the world knows exactly how good he is. And on March 17th, you're going to get to see two of the best in Davey Boy Smith Jr., the British Bulldog, and the Texas Lion, Houston Carson, step in the ring and make each other bleed, probably from many different areas, the mouth, the nose, the ears, wherever else. You know, I'm not going to worry about that because I'll be at commentary. And don't worry too much because I won't be spitting as much water at everybody as I normally do, but you still might want to bring your umbrella. You still might want to put on a raincoat because I'm coming on March 17th, South by Southwest, WrestleCircus. Let's do this.